This is the issue with P. Diddy and the gang, and whether we really need to be supportive of whatever it is that he's doing. Because I guarantee you, just like when he was first exposed, he had gotten on social media asking for help and to, how do you say, plead his innocence for him. And it just keeps getting worse and worse. And what I'm thinking is that we'll probably see some Epstein information, and we'll probably see some political figures that are caught up in his fiasco. Let me say it that way. So let's see what is going on for this person, P. Diddy and his gang, right? Ugh, that's kind of wild. That is absolutely wild. It's like I got a jumper that wants to keep jumping out, but I'll just wait for a second. Keep wanting to jump out. Okay. So, hey there, everyone. If you're on the line, I've got cars that want to jump out. They want to have a conversation about this. The death card. We're talking about P. Diddy and the gang. The death card. So something's about to change. There's something up right here. I'm not going to say this is literal because I teach in my classes that the death card isn't about literal death. There is a card in the deck, but I don't speak on it. You actually have to take a class so that you can become really discerning and responsible with that card. But the death card does not mean death in a physical form, but this death card popped up. Now, when I first pulled it, I pulled it so that it was reversed, but when I flipped it just so it could be seen, it's looking like this. So I'm gonna put that out there and I'm gonna trust that's what it is. I'm not playing with this dude. He's been doing a whole lot of messy stuff and influencing our young people for decades and hurting young people for decades. Do you know that I read somewhere that Usher said that he can't sleep at night? Not because his mind is creating. It says, he said he's not able to sleep at night because of the thoughts and the memories that he constantly sees in his sleep, and he's not able to sleep. Do you know how bad that is? So then that makes me wonder, okay, so does he have to self-medicate? Or maybe take some medication just to get his brain to stop with the looping of images of things that he's seen since he's been 12 years old? Because he lived with this person for his young adolescent time frame, which then, you're shaped, this person is being shaped into thinking this is what life is. This is adulthood. This is what you have to do in order to survive, right? Okay, Queen of Wands. But there you go. Queen of Wands. So we're looking at Wands as combative. And the Queen, very interesting that it shows up when I'm speaking about P. Diddy, because we're looking at a person that lives an ulterior lifestyle, but on a in secrecy, takes the woman's role. Okay, so now I'm not speaking negatively about someone that might live and express themselves in a woman's role. It's the way that this person has been doing it, P. Diddy. So think about that. I'm gonna split this deck. So, and it's combative, Queen of Wands. It showed up, I would say, at first it showed up reversed, but then when I fold it forward, then it's in its correct position. So we're going to see this vacillating of personality. Like almost this person is fighting themselves, and we're going to be seeing this. The sun. There's the sun. Okay, so everything's going to be exposed. Everything is going to be exposed. Check this out. You see these sunflowers back down there? So those are people that appear to be like expressions of power, light, support. There's these sunflowers, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and one's kind of hidden down back over here, but they're going to be exposed too. So the first 3 are going to be people that we didn't expect, but it's going to be right there in the front. And then there's going to be one that we could not have imagined that is involved in this, and they get exposed. And they're going to try to cover this person up as much as possible. They're going to try and shield this person from the heat. But I'm telling you, the youth right here, because of the violating of youth, and if you notice, this child is riding on the horse naked. And what are we dealing with? He's being, he was arrested on trafficking. And we already know what nature the trafficking is about. And look at what this is. This child on this horse. And that would be about trafficking. It's all being exposed. And they are taking the heat for it. And there's one that we could never have thought. But he got exposed, but they're going to try to cover him up as much as possible. That is something else. Page of Wands. I'm telling you, the wands are in this case, it's not about creation. So we got a coward that's we're dealing with right now. Look at all that yellow. This is a coward. He's walking cowardly, and he's immature. So here we got death. Okay, some stuff is about to change and end. And it appears to be righteous in nature. Of course, there are ulterior motives to why this is happening. Why I say that is because, look at the flag. Check out that flag right there. So this flag denotes some sort of order that's behind all of that. And so that's why I said there's an ulterior motive to why this stuff is being put down. It looks like, oh, finally, someone is doing something right for the children or etc. Okay, it's going to look like that. But there is another reason. And this card showed it reversed. And when I flipped it again to show you, then this is how it turned out. So we're going to see the Queen of Wands. We're going to see somebody that is going to be looking as if they are fighting themselves and vacillating between the masculine and feminine aspect of whatever it is they got going on. Oh, and look at all that yellow. In this particular case, we're dealing with all this yellow. So this is coward expression right now. This is cowardly expression. Then we have the sun. Some people is getting exposed for real, for real. These people get exposed. We're like, yeah, we could see that. I knew that was coming. I could see that coming, right? But then there's going to be that one that we could not see coming. And they are going to get exposed, but they're going to try and cover it up quick. So pay attention. Quick. Because we're going to see names flying and coming out. And then one's going to look like it's being covered up. And you see, this is like the children being trafficked on this horse that is supposed to look like it's pure in nature. But check this out. There's the white horse there. Notice he's got his bridle. And he's looking regal. But look at this horse. This horse ain't got nothing. This horse is not even, this horse is a wild horse. And right here, this last card, the Page of Wands. This is an immature, ignorant fool. And look at all of that yellow. All of this yellow. This is a coward for real. This is a coward for real. Look at the yellow shows up. The yellow shows up outside. Oh my gosh. This is the first time I ever noticed this. Look at the yellow here. It is a person. And he's got blood all over his face. Oh my gosh. Look at that. And look at the children at the bottom. Like they've been involved in all of this wrong behavior that's been sacrificed, and now the person in the yellow is being made to answer. And look, he's got blood on his head, and he's even wearing a crown. I'm telling you, this is about to get raw and ugly. We ain't seen nothing yet. And then here, I almost don't want to pull another card. I'm not going to pull another card because the Spirit showed me something in regards to him even being in jail or in prison or wherever he's at, locked up. Things that are happening. Whew. That's serious. So that's Moon Day, Monday conversation. Sometimes I'll get a hit about some politics, and so I didn't used to express it, and then I started to, and that was a good thing. And then every once in a while I might get a hit on something that's happening in the news that everybody is being distracted with. And it might be a distraction, but I'm going to tell you that even in the distraction, this information is it's affecting everybody, because politics are involved, people are involved that we didn't expect. It's going to affect how we are shifting and moving ahead, who we trust, who we don't trust. So, yeah. And we think that we're looking at 2 candidates that are coming up through on November. I'm telling you, it is going to be thorough confusion about that because of whatever is going down with this person, P. Diddy and the gang. And no one is going to be able to figure it out. Like, who do we trust? Who do we go to? I've even heard some people say, hey, let go of the red and blue and just go for the green party. Like, let the red and blue people rest. Let them rest and figure out how to come clean up their stuff. And let's go over here to the green party. At least green means growth, right? So I've heard those sort of things. But whatever is happening, especially with that sun, that exposing, and this one that we could not have even imagined, is popping up. Keep your ears open. So that is a little bit of information on the entertainment realm that popped up into my psyche today, and I wanted to share it. Thank you so very much for being with me, and I'll be back tomorrow on Tantalizing Tarot Tuesday, sharing another wonderful aspect of reading the cards. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Bless me. Mwah. Ashe. Chirp, chirp.